She's a really good-looking filly.
Big day for Adam Nicol and Phil Kirby, and she at the moment is second favourite behind Petit Mouchoir. Now, as we speak, Petit Mouchoir, you'll be able to pick this up in a moment, is now getting quite stirred up.
He heard the bell.
He heard the bell. He saw your fan club in their orange suits.
Yeah, he knows it's time for the off. And David Russell's only come into the ring there late, but I'd imagine when they get on Petit Mouchoir, he'll be going straight out. He's sort of halfway around the ring now, but yeah, he's going sideways.
He is. You'll be able to pick that up shortly. That is Harry Cobden getting on the Paul Nicholls train, Diego de Charmil.
Yeah, who may well have won, or certainly would have gone close at Ascot last time out. I think he is getting there as a chaser. He's got it to do, according to the figures, he's got a stone or so to find, but he is getting there. There was no match for St Calvados in the Kingmaker, but he ran pretty well at Ascot last time out till falling.
Let's head out to Lydia.
It's a big day for Jane and Keith Civils because they run Lady Buttons here in this Grade 1. They're tremendous owner breeders, and you've got a cracking mare here, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah, she's a proper star. All credit to Phil and the team at Team Kirby though. He does all the hard work with her.
And she's done well over hurdles already, but she looks like she might be even better over fences, don't you think?
Yes, that's what we think, yeah. She makes them look quite easy, we think, over, and scores really well at home over fences. I think that's where her forte will be, like next year.
And this is a big prize to go for, but she deserves her place in the lineup.
Yeah, we think so. It's a step up for her, and we just would like to see her take on the big boys and just see where she is. Yeah.
And the £7 mare's allowance helps with that kind of thing.
Of course, yeah, especially with the ground as it's been, so hopefully that'll give her a bit of a chance as well.
And the ground is fine for her, isn't it?
Yeah, no problems with the ground with her, yeah, that's fine.
Well, tell me about you and Keith's owner breeding operation. I mean, how many mares have you got?
We've got two mares, Pickworth that used to race as well. We're bred off her, we've sold her now, but we've got 3 foals off her. We bought Lady Buttons' mum in 4 with Lady Buttons. We had 2 more, one that didn't want to be a racehorse and one that unfortunately had to be put down because it got an injury. More we're going to breed off Lady Buttons once her racing career's over. Phil has got a couple of other half brothers because he bought the mare off us after we finished with her, and he bought her. So keeping the Lady Buttons flag flying, hopefully.
Very much so, very much so. And is she the best you've had?
Absolutely, by far, yeah, the best we've got. We've got 5 altogether in training at the minute with Phil, but she is by far the best, yeah.
Oh, how exciting. What a wonderful mare to bring you here to Liverpool today.
Yeah.
Very best of luck to you all, and make sure you enjoy it as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, since we last showed you Petit Mouchoir, he had a good long stop inside that tunnel and was turning himself inside out. And Davy Russell's got back on him now, but this is part of his game that he needs to cut out.
Yeah, but he's always been a highly strong individual, and I don't think you're ever going to change that with him. It's just now the next sort of 25 or 30 seconds are going to be important for him going to the start, and that he doesn't bolt with Davy. Now, he'll want to be some horse to bolt with Davy Russell, that said, but he does. I said it earlier, this tunnel can get horses very worked up, the noise in it, and he's just a highly strong individual.
That was him a few moments ago, and we'll head back to them live and talk about 1 or 2 of the others that we haven't seen. There he is heading to post Petit Mouchoir. Chanteau Rock for Dan Skelton, a string of seconds to his name and a string of creditable efforts, and he's had a few weeks off now to freshen up.
Yeah, he has. He'd been runner-up in Grade 2s the last twice. He's run well each of his 4 runs over fences. According to the handicapper, he's the second best horse in the race. Then, he may well be right. He's very likely to run his race. He handles the conditions. Nothing bad to say about him.
Chanteau Rock, ridden by Harry Skelton. Harry Skelton will be on Virgilio in the Grand National, a big outsider, a little bit later on this afternoon. And the other pair here are Corto Rico and Delegate. Corto Rico was somewhat contentiously disqualified from a race at a valuable race at Hereford last time.
Yeah, I think it was a dubious run that myself. But either way, he's had a great season. He's gone up from 115 to 137 in the figures. Sorry, Nick, for winning 2 races and then getting his head in front of the third and being disqualified. But even with that huge, improvement, it still makes him the lowest rated horse in the race. So this is a big step up in class.
He's been a good flag bearer for Tom Gretton this season. Some of the smaller stables start unleashing big stars in their own firmaments here. Him and Lady Buttons, and lovely to hear from Lady Buttons' owner breeders a few moments ago as well. But there is Puerto Rico going down to post with Robbie Dunn. Robbie Dunn, who'll be riding last year's 5th Gasline Boy in the National. What do you make of his chances?
Well, it's a fantastic ride round here. He really has. It's not just that run. He really likes the fences, or takes the fences well. Again, very, very slight doubt about whether he quite get home. At top pace, but he'll give his jockey a great ride, I would have thought.
And Delegate a 40-1 outsider in this race for Keith Dalglish and Brian Hughes.
I think he's entitled. He wasn't at his best at Sedgefield last time out. He has won a couple of races over fences, but he's rated in the low 140s. I say didn't run to anything near that last time, and he's got a fair bit to find even on his best form. So, as the market suggests, Nick, I think he's the right outsider.
So, all things being equal, Petit Mouchoir should be able to take care of these. Let's head out into the betting ring and see whether those pre-race antics have had any significant impact on his price. Dave?
Well, yeah, the racecourse refrain is often nowadays saying that you can't get a bet on, there's no market here, but you can at this big meeting. I've witnessed with my own eyes 50 grand at 4-6 on Petit Mouchoir, but that wasn't enough. Even that sizable bet isn't enough to stop the drift, and I can now see 5-6 about Petit Mouchoir. He opened up 4-7. He's just drifted all the way out. Very uneasy favourite, Petit Mouchoir, but 50 grand has gone in that I've witnessed.
Was that your 50 grand, Steve?
It was. There was two of us involved. Yeah, yeah. I'm the underbidder. I got one. I got a 50th of that.
Yeah, 50 to win 40.
Johnny Jonathan was the other half.
No, that's definitely not true. He's back the other 5.
It's amazing to look at Petit Mouchoir now. You're looking at him sort of 4 minutes ago in here. You know, the noise and the tannoys and everything that you can hear here that you can't hear where he is now, and how much more relaxed he is. It's incredible.
I think probably when he got down to the start, that was the moment the man stepped in with his 50 grand at 4-5. Petit Mouchoir then still has the market. Lady Buttons 4-1. It won't be too much longer now, Steve.
Well, in terms of form, he's shorter than that, isn't he? I mean, he's got a better than the 4 to 5 chances. If you know, it's the balance. How much is that taken out of him? He's got the best form rate by a long way, and he's proven more than once that he's a genuine Grade 1 horse.
Just the way they're lining up there, looks as though Davey's going to take a lead today.
Yeah, maybe he will. He took a lead in Leopardstown. I mean, if we were in Warwick on a Monday, this horse would be shorter than 45.
Fancy doing Warwick next Monday as well? Stay around for that?
Yeah, cheers, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Good man, Ruby. Right, Puerto Rico's gone to join the other quintet here, and for this Dunbar Maghull Novices Chase, Grade 1, 2 miles, we will join David Fitzgerald.
Cheers, Nick. The flag is raised, starter ready for them to approach. Shantou Rock leading them towards the tape. And there are the Dunbar Maghull Novices Chase, 12 fences over 2 miles, and Shantou Rock has bounded into a lead of a couple of lengths, approaching the first. Petit Mouchoir, the favourite, is going to jump in second, and jumped a little bit better than Shantou Rock and landed almost on terms, but now just tucking in behind again. In third position is Lady Buttons, with Diego de Charmil racing in 4th place. Delegate is in 5th, and Puerto Rico is held up well in rear under Robbie Dunn early on. Would be 12 lengths behind Petit Mouchoir the Grey on the outside of Shantou Rock. Just diving at that a little bit towards the back, Delegate, and ridden very patiently indeed is Puerto Rico, probably 6 or 7 lengths behind Delegate at this stage in last. And over the open ditch, the second one in the straight, quite slow over that Puerto Rico. It's in danger of losing touch as Shantou Rock leads to Petit Mouchoir in second place, helped force that scorching pace in the Arkle at Cheltenham. Ridden a lot more conservatively today by comparison. Lady Buttons the mare is in third on the inside of Diego de Charmil as they jump what will be the last next time. It's then about 3 lengths to Delegate and another 7 or 8 to Puerto Rico, last of the sextet as they cross the winning line with a circuit to go. And it's Shantou Rock and Harry Skelton leading Davy Russell and Petit Mouchoir. with Lady Buttons unbeaten in her 2 chases, stepping up in class this afternoon in third, just shading Diego de Charmil on the outside, with Delegate next. Puerto Rico's just closed the gap a little bit, it's probably only 5 lengths behind Delegate now. Going into the back straight, the 5th fence coming up fairly quickly, and it's Chanteau Rock that leads Petit Mouchoir going over this one. And over that, a mistake there from Delegate, who lost a few lengths on them. He made a mess of that one as they now come towards another plain one. This next obstacle, coming into it, it is Chanteau Rock, Petit Mouchoir. Lady Buttons is then in 3rd place under Adam Nicol, a good jump by the leader. All getting over it safely. Puerto Rico is still in last place. An open ditch comes up now, number 7. And it's Chanteau Rock to Petit Mouchoir, Lady Buttons, then Diego de Charmil and Harry Cobden to the outside. Another mistake from Delegate. He looks as though he's out of this now, and Puerto Rico, though, is still in last as they come to the final one on the far side. Chanteau Rock jumped that very well to Petit Mouchoir in 2nd place, with still in 3rd Diego de Charmil on the outside of Lady Buttons. These 4 have gone fairway clear, about 8 to 10 in front of Delegate, and Puerto Rico is yet to get out of last as they now go through where they started and head towards the 4th last fence in the Dunbar Maghull Novices Chase. Chanteau Rock to Petit Mouchoir, Lady Buttons, Diego de Charmil. Turning for home then with 3 left to jump, and it's still Chanteau Rock that leads, has made every yard to this point. Petit Mouchoir is travelling strongly in 2nd, Lady Buttons in 3rd, Diego de Charmil is in 4th place. Puerto Rico's gone into 5th, but has got an awful lot to do. Here is the 3rd last then. Chanteau Rock still led Petit Mouchoir. Diego de Charmil is held together on the outside, and Lady Buttons still very much in the thick of it, the mare. The last ditch 2 out, and now Petit Mouchoir motors alongside Chanteau Rock and just heads the long-time leader. But Diego de Charmil has come there travelling powerfully. Lady Buttons just flat-footed in behind, and Diego de Charmil is right on the girth of Petit Mouchoir now as they run down to the last. Diego de Charmil into the lead here. Will it be a 7th Maghull for Paul Nicholls? Harry Cobden on Diego de Charmil. Here's the last. Good jump, Diego de Charmil. Petit Mouchoir in 2nd place, 2 lengths down. Lady Buttons is battling it out for 3rd with Chanteau Rock, but it's Diego de Charmil here for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden. A 7th win in the Maghull. In 2nd place came Petit Mouchoir. Chanteau Rock just getting the nod for 3rd ahead of Lady Buttons in 4th.
The surprise was sprung, and that intrepid punter's 50 grand has gone west. It's another grade 1 for that man, Paul Nicholls. 2 grade 1s in consecutive days. It's like old times for the master of ditch here. Harry Cobden in the plate. A beautifully cool ride and a lovely jump at the last. And there are the Delahaye family celebrating grade 1 success with this horse, Diego de Charmil. Harry Cobden following up his victory on Ultra Gold yesterday in the Topham with a grade 1 win here. And if you hadn't known anything about the 2 horses fighting it out going to the last before the race, you'd said, well, Diego de Charmil must be one of the leading 2-mile novice chasers anywhere around.
Yeah, he's travelled beautifully, hasn't he? One point going off a tangent briefly. It's a pretty good time. It's the best time I think relatively we've had all week, and certainly over fences. I mean, much quicker than I made, about 12 seconds or so above. Yeah, just checking with Jonathan as well. So it started, obviously the ground's drying out, but it might have been a fair race as well. Who knows?
Well, and just to add a bit of grist to that mill, Paul Nicholls has often maintained that this is a horse who needs a sound surface to be seen at his best, and this was by a fair way, I think, his best, his very best, even allowing for the fact Petit Mouchoir has underperformed.
The 4th horse is 147 or something horse. Lady Buttons is a really progressive mare. They have beaten him a long way. I've no doubt the 2nd hasn't run to his very best. I think the winner's put up a considerably improved performance, and I know Ruby travelled really well throughout, didn't he?
Every step of the way, and I wasn't sure about Petit Mouchoir going to the 4th or 5th last. Davy Russell gave him a squeeze to make him go and jump it, and he put down on him then at the 3rd last, but you can't take nothing away from the winner. It was a really good performance. He travelled super, and showed a really good turn of foot going to the last. Goes by Petit Mouchoir. Davy Russell switches to have a rattle at him, I suppose, if he can wing it. But you know, Harry Cobden sends his horse down to the last and spots a long stride, and up he comes. They both jumped it really well, but the winner was just very, very good on the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to give him credit. You know, just ignoring the 2nd for a minute. They're decent horses in 3rd and 4th, and he beat them really pretty well in a good time.
The private battle was quite a keenly fought one for 3rd and 4th. Let's just enjoy the Nichols reaction here. You're familiar with a few of these.
At least he's watching them now. For years you wouldn't even be watching it. He'd be looking at his feet. Look, he's a brilliant trainer year on year. The amount of winners he trains is incredible. And this is a cracking